Okay, I'm live. Goodness, I don't know what it is. Give me a second. I have to move this over. That's better. I don't know. Okay. Lots of things are going on. I'm so tired. So we are going to take it easy today. Kind of, sort of. Try to take it easy. Let's see. Better? Yes. Welcome back. Okay. I am doing the self-promotion stuff in the middle, so if anyone is on early, that's great. But like, I just feel like there's less people on right now. They're not watching right away, whatever. I don't know for sure, but like, I'm going to self-promote and, I don't want to waste your time. I don't know why I think every marketing is a waste of your time. I mean, I think it makes sense, like we get bombarded by ads all the time, and I just want to be that person. And anyway, so I started in the beginning so I could be that person in the beginning. I'm trying to still cater to you guys. Okay, so what was I going to say? Okay, let's do if you guys know, like my new book is coming out. It is coming out. Bloodlust is coming out July 29th. And if you guys would like to add it on Goodreads, that would help me a lot, push up the visibility. And, it's just really nice to keep it in mind for all the books that you plan to read. Yes, anyways, that is that. And then I was going to read a chapter. Oh, also, if you guys want to just get a sample of the book, because you don't know if you'll even like the book, like I have the free prologue and first chapter down below as well. So that's really fun. That's good for you guys, just see if you guys would even like the book before you even buy it. So that's cool. And I'm going to read the first page of the book because ChatGPT said that would be good for marketing. Here we go. This is a prologue. It's Lane's point of view. The chamber is deathly still, save for the slow, oh my God, I can't read this. Drip of molten wax pulling at the base of a single black candle. Shadows wreathe along the stone walls, stretching long and jagged like unseen specters crawling their way free. The air is thick, heavy with incense, damp with lingering scents of blood, both offering, both sacrifices. The goblet, the first chapter, the first page, the first paragraph's good enough. I'm sorry. You know what it is? This reminds me of when I was in third grade, and I would be so scared of reading. I read a ton, but it's like pronunciation. That's really hard for me. And it reminds me of how I have apraxia and dyslexia. And if you know how one person would say a sentence going down the line, the teacher would be like, okay, you read this sentence, you read this sentence, you read this sentence. I would count the number of kids it would take to get to the sentence. And then I would reread the sentence over and over and over. Oh, so sad. Poor old me. I didn't know I was dyslexic at the time. And I would get so pissed when someone read two sentences. I'd be like, why are you doing this to me? Oh, kind of blue. Hi, story time. Don't chicken out. I'm scared. I can't read. And then I'm supposed to be an author. It's just, what's this called? This is called imposter syndrome. Own the fact that I can't read. All right, fine. If I butcher the word, I feel so bad, like I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I just can't say. It's apraxia. Okay, fine. All right, fine. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Okay. I thought you were supposed to go to your dad's, Okay, sorry. Anyways, you weren't supposed to be here. Okay, the goblet hums in my palm. I let the seer speak. Let her think me unmoved. The cold metal hums beneath my touch, a tether to the present. Inside, the wine is dark, thicker than it should be. Human. You like how I looked up for that? Oh, you're welcome, everyone, for my Discord. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. It clings to my tongue like silk laced with unmistakable taste of iron. Before me, kneeling on the cold stone floor, is a woman draped in tethered silks. The fabric, once elegant, is now frayed and worn thin by time and travel. She sways slightly, her frail form buckling under the weight of the visions she carries. Her silver eyes, unfocused yet disturbingly aware, flicker in the candlelight. Kametra, the seer. Okay, that's it. That is the first page. I'm done. Maybe I'll edit it and it'll be better. Oh, this is perfect. As you say, this is my time to put up boundaries. Let me see. Let me go with ChatGPT. I don't appreciate the sleepy face. It hurts my feelings. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to. If you continue to do so, I'm going to put you on a timeout. If you don't, what is the system? If you continue to do it after the timeout, I'm going to ban you. I hope that's okay. I mean, it's okay because it's a safe space. We want it to be a positive space here, okay? And it hurts my feelings, and I'm sensitive about that, so please. Okay, good. Thank you for just kidding. I'm just telling you, I don't mind if you make fun of me about certain things, but this is a sensitive topic, you know? It's very vulnerable for me to be online and do this, but you can make fun of me for other things, like my IBS. That's fine. That is, go ham. If you don't know what irritable bowel syndrome is, it chronically have diarrhea. You can talk about that. That's fine. Thank you. What's next? Thank you guys for supporting me in reading that page. If you guys, I remember, you guys were talking about seeing my tattoo. Do you want to see? I'm going to need confirmation if you guys... Okay, fine. I used to have IBS and then I got pregnant and then I gave birth. And when you give birth, your body changes and now I don't have IBS. But it's a funny joke. It's hard to have self-deprecating humor if there's less and less things to make fun of me about, you know? Yes. Let's see. Wouldn't be the same without an awkward eye contact. Thank you, Kind of Blue, for saying that awkward eye contact. Hey, I'm practicing, okay? This is really yes, what's it called? You know how in Ross became a professor in Friends and then he was like, he kept on making eye contact because, you know, he was just focused on the book and then it's like really awkward. That's how I felt. Okay, what else I think I'm done with promo time. So that's good. Oh, I wanted to show you guys what I eat. What's this called? Mukbang? That Korean, YouTube eating stuff. Okay, this is a thing of broccoli, steamed broccoli, no oil. And then I add it with real food. So then this is fried rice, but what is it called? I like to buy packaged food that is kind of not healthy for you, or I'll have restaurant food and I just add a bunch of healthy things. So it's like healthy-ish. It's just easier. I don't cook as much. I'm too tired. Am I a rabbit? Yes, a kind of, or a goat. Yeah, definitely. That's why I look so skinny. I told you guys, I work hard for this body, okay? Or else you guys wouldn't appreciate it, okay? Okay. And yes, I'll probably eat now because that's the thing. How are you guys doing today? Is everyone doing well? I was cleaning. You have to eat healthy if you want to look great. Well, except for Strider. Strider looks great all the time. You're hiding from the heat. Is it hot? Quebec is supposed to be very cold in this. Oh, you guys have all 4 seasons. I remember that, right? All right, I'm done eating. I wanted to talk anyways. I just wanted to say, this is what I really eat. Oh, I'll show you what I eat. This is my kids' leftovers. There's chicken nuggets. Now, this is a treat for me because it's really salty. So I'll eat it with my vegetables. And then her leftover toast and potatoes. And look at that sad grape in the ketchup. You see how sad that grape is? I'm not eating that. That's gross. Oh, nice. I'm glad cleaning is chill. Hot and humid is awful. I'm sorry about that. But at least your coffee is $1.79. That's pretty good. You know how much coffee is here? I think coffee is a good, if you go to a nice artsy, what's it called, snooty place, it's probably $8 for fucking coffee. It's like a meal. And a meal is so expensive these days. A meal's $25 for something that used to be $12 or $13. Greedflation, guys. Leftovers equals DFF stole that from her hungry kid. Not true. I would hate to eat her food. I prefer not to eat her food. Let's see. If I had my way, I would make Mexican food all the time. Or I wouldn't eat chicken nuggets. I'm sorry. That is definitely not something I would eat. Oh, okay. You guys didn't say, but I'm going to show you my tattoo anyways. Why not? So I had the lotus since I was like 21, and then I like made a bunch of crap. It goes all the way down. So that's a crane and a fan, and there's flowers, and it goes up here all the way to the back. There you go. Enjoy. So it's like a whole back tattoo. Yes. Thanks. I like it. It's funny because like I used to be the type of person that needed everything to have meaning, and I am kind of like that. My whole life is like that. But like I just wanted something that was kind of frivolous and like and beautiful. I don't have a meaning behind it. I just thought it just called to me. I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, I love this. So yeah, no meaning. It's just cute. Yes, I used to aspire to always have meaning in everything, but now I think it's too much. There needs to be some balance, and there needs to be some rest, relaxation, frivolousness in life, and I think that's meaningful too, you know? So that's my thing. If anyone asks me and like judges me for not having like a sentimental reason for getting a tattoo. You seem like the type to not have any tattoos, kind of blue. I also used to have, at 19, I got a tattoo that said, "Oh, you fancy, huh?" But I had to cover it up. I still think it's a very funny tattoo because it's just like a conversation starter and it sounds so stupid. And I don't know. I think there's something beautiful about like being able to laugh at yourself and be silly. I don't know. Or that was me when I was like 19. I had some stuff to talk about. Let's see. Oh, I had one thing. I'm going to talk about parenthood for a little bit. Guess not remember. Oh, yes, I remember you wanted me to say guess not. That makes sense because the tattoo really like expanded and you couldn't tell what it was saying. And since it was supposed to be fancy, it's not fancy anymore. I digress. Anyways, it was sad. Okay, let me see. So then there was like a mom. I think she had to go to a parent. She needed to go to an interview to get a job. She left her kid in their car or somewhere. I can't remember. Like with the windows down or something. And then someone called social services on her, or the police. The police came and like felt bad for her and like didn't charge her with anything. And I was just so mad at that story because I was like, why is it always automatically that you call 911, you call social services on people who are obviously in dire need of help? Like it would be so much better if you just fucking help them. Like, I don't know. We live in a society that's tough. Like, I just don't know how we are supposed to live, especially parents that are low income or like are struggling and they don't have grandparents around to help them. It's so unfair to just put it on the individual to raise their kid alone. And then sometimes they make not enough to have a daycare system going on, you know? Like everyone's just doing their best, and I just think it's so crazy how quickly people are willing to just call social services on your ass about everything. Anyways, it's one of my terrifying things. Like if I tell somebody something that is supposedly wrong, they're gonna call on me, or anything could be misinterpreted as like abusive, and then and you know me, I'm kind of crazy, so like yeah. Anyways, calling 911 can help. Depends on who like the cop is and if they're compassionate. Like sometimes they might just like what happens is like sometimes they might think you're not capable, and then they force you to be interviewed by social services all the time, and then it becomes like a huge drain and stressful situation, more stressful even though you're trying to find a new job. So sometimes calling 911 is helpful, but I just feel like if you're in a community, why can't we just all just help each other? I don't know. Instead of just like calling and judging, and like I think every mom is trying to do their best. Every parent is trying to do their best, and they're not going to do it well if they don't have any resources. And instead of judging them for it, we can try to help them instead. That is my thing. Okay, I'm done with that. So Strider says, calling social services for nothing is the ultimate form of can I speak to the manager? Yes. What was that? I could say something about that. I'm sorry. My brain is fried, so like bear with me as I slowly rev up. I think there's a lot of, I don't know if there are Karens out there or something. I don't know if it's called that, but I think everyone is so judgmental. Actually, Strider and I were talking about that, like how people always have a comment about how you live your life. and it's exhausting, and it always comes from a place, their intention is just to feel better about themselves. It's never from a place where they want to help you. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between people who say, well, give you good advice and give you their opinion, but they'd be like, okay, let me ask you about this. What about this? Like, they ask you about the situation you're in. Say you have a problem or you have a behavior and they think there's a problem, but they will ask you why you're doing that, and then ask you why you're doing that, or ask you about everything about the situation before they give you advice, versus some other people who just automatically give you advice. That's fucking judging you. And I feel like that's the same with calling social services. They're not doing it because they just want to do it to feel like they're helping, but also because they want to feel better than you. Like, judging just makes you feel better than the person you're judging. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do you guys think that? I could be wrong. this is just my theory. People be crazy, I swear. I used to get so mad. I think you said it was okay to say black. Black culture, right? And then like Asian culture, very similar, because I had this other person on YouTube comment about, I went on a rant about my Asian ass family, about how it's not okay for young people to tell elders what to do or their own opinions. If anything, elders just jam their like opinions down your throat. You're supposed to take it. You're never supposed to be disrespectful, even though they're hella being disrespectful. And then like this another person was saying like that's the same with black culture. Yeah, anyways. Okay. I feel cringe about saying black because I'm so scared with the social justice warriors out there telling me I'm wrong. Again, also just judging you, right? They just want to feel good about themselves. It's not about teaching you nothing. And then, and I get scared. Anyways, we were having a joke, me and Strider, about how why is it okay to call a white person white and a black person black, but not a yellow person yellow? And I can say this joke because I'm fucking yellow, so... And Strider was like, no, the other things are descriptive. And I was like, yellow is a description. And then he said, we're more tan. And I was like, okay, tan is a big word, okay? It's a big, colorful word. I know it's only 3 letters, but it's not in the, like, it's not in a crayon box. When you think of a crayon box, you can see there's white, there's blue, there's red, there's black, and there's a yellow, okay? So I think it's okay to call us yellow. But I think it also depends. Like, are you being funny? Do you hate yellow people? Do you like, are you coming to us and being derogative and like being a bitch, or like coming with your pitchforks, okay? But if you're just being funny, or if you're just being silly, or you're just being descriptive, then why can't you call me yellow? That's my thing. Okay. Guys, she said the black card, she gets a pass. Why do I get a pass for saying it? I feel so uncomfortable saying it. Okay, Kind of Blue says there is no such thing as a... Oh, I can't see because of this thing. I can't read it. Oh, there's no such thing as a universal pass. It only applies to a friend that gave it to you. I agree. Okay, there's no pass, but I also think people get so offended so often. As opposed to, I mean, they could get offended, but I feel like if you're going to be offended, you should try to teach people instead of judging people. Like, ask them why they said that. Ask them where they're coming from. Ask them what's their intention. Ask them how they actually feel. Ask them, like, teach them how to be not as ignorant. I think that's what I would say. But, like, I think everyone just ends up, people who are offended always end up just being so loud and being so angry, and then just, like, spreading more, like, toxicity. That's my thing. I already talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it because you guys reminded me. Like, that's not Asian thing, kind of Asian thing. So, like, Bella Hadid got surgery for, like, she says she didn't get it, but, like, it's, like, called the fox eye, and they go like this, right? They go like that. And then lots of people have been doing it on their social media, like, lots of people who aren't Asian doing this because they want to look pretty, right? Because they thought it looked cute, whatever. And then all these Asian people were getting so offended, they were like, oh my God, like, you're being racist. So everyone felt so bad. And then I was like, okay, first of all, like, they are doing it. Is their intention to be racist? It had nothing to do with being Asian, you know? And then, what was it? Secondly, it's okay that you're getting triggered. Like, this, just because it does remind you of something, as the Asian person who's being triggered because of racism in America or racism in general, doesn't mean that it's what they're doing is racist, and you should think about it before you start yelling at everyone, and then console yourself because you obviously have trauma to deal with. Okay, yeah, I've totally talked about this once before because I just had it in my mind. I had to talk about it. My cat, be right back. Okay. Yes, I don't think there's a universal pass, but I also think there's a time and a place for a lot of things. Like in a comedy show, people are gonna make jokes, but that doesn't mean that comedian is a bad person. They're just trying to make a joke. And yeah, it can be offensive, but sometimes it's funny to be offensive. Here, I think someone can I talk about this? I think I'm just going to talk about it. We just talk so much. I hope you guys are okay with the fact that I'm going to talk about things that we talked about on Discord. But yes, this is Billy. He's sweet. He's 14 years old. He's a Maine Coon, and we love him, don't we? Mwah. What we were talking about. Universal. I can't remember now. My brain is so fried, you guys. I'm sorry. That was so good. Damn it. William the cat. Actually, we call him Prince William a lot because he's a princess, and he's actually not. He's actually really down to earth and like super sweet. And we call him Billard, and he's just a Swedish little guy. Yes. Oh, you like our cat, huh? Hey, do you want him? Because sometimes I feel like taking care of a kid and taking care of a cat is way too much work. So I always ask people if they want to take him on. Yes, he's a sweetie. He's actually very social because he's a Maine Coon, and he's a Maine Coon mix, so he's kind of tiny, and he's great because like you don't have to, you know how like cats get really fat, like oh my god, the obesity in America is ridiculous that their cats are getting fucking fat. Anyways, it's because they have no self-control either, right? But Billy is so good. It's like we leave dry food out all the time, and he eats until he's full. He has a very good mental health, I feel. He's not like eating to get away from his feelings. Like anyways, let's see. Strider said, let's take this one to the people. I don't want people's opinions of that situation I just talked about. Fat shaming cats. I don't know if it's the cat's fault. I'm not shaming the cat. I wouldn't even say it's the owner's fault. Maybe the owner's really tired. Maybe it's easier for the owner to leave out food because it's harder to like portion control. And maybe even the owner doesn't have a good like with their own portion control. And I'm not shaming anyone, but we have to discuss things, right? Like it's not healthy, okay? Let's just say it's not healthy. And we don't have to make anyone feel bad for eating too much, but it happens, and we need to find more adaptive behaviors to deal with pain that you're going through. Oh yeah, you didn't think I would get out of that one, huh, kind of blue? Oh, that was so good. I feel like, not that I could be a politician, but I can totally get out of things. Let's see. I had a thing I wanted to talk about. Oh yes, I did want to bring up, okay, so then this is a big thing for me. I don't know if I see it here. I have to delete it eventually, but like, I'm going to talk about it because it's important to my life. It's a big thing. And I was, okay, on the fence. I'm sorry. I will talk to you guys. You guys can continue chatting, and I will come back to you guys, but I do want to talk about this. It's about my kid and the fact that she's on the spectrum. She was diagnosed at 3. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it on social media. I really didn't for a long time because I get like all these advice. Some people are really proud of they want to be proud of the fact that their kids on the spectrum and like shout it to the world and whatever, and they have all these bumper stickers and stuff, and that's cool. And then there's other people who say like this is their story and I don't want to take away their story. I get that, okay? I get both sides. So I'm getting like all this like information. As a parent, you're always going to have all this information, all this like different information, and I think you just have to do what's best for your family or best for you. My intention about talking about my kids' autism is to help other people, to build awareness, and to address the fact that, you know, you can feel a type of, it's going to be so complicated, your emotions. So I want to process emotions with everyone about this because it's a big deal. And I'm on the fence. I was on the fence because I didn't want to take away from my kid's story, but I also feel like this is our story now. It's like, it has so defined me and changed me in a good way that like, I just need, it's still my story, or this part is my story. And also yes, your kid will also, they could always make bad meaning out of anything you do. They could also make really good meaning out of everything you do, and you don't have any control over that. So say I decided not to talk about it, then ever. And then it just sounds like, to them, they might interpret that like, oh, that's shameful. Like, I don't want to tell other people either, because like, you know, like they could interpret it like that. Or they can interpret it like, thank you for keeping my story so that I can say it. Okay, right? And then if I do say it, like on the flip side, and I talk about it, then they might be like, oh, it's not very shameful. They could take it that way, or they could take it like, that bitch took my story and like I wanted to share it. So I'm not in control of that, and she's so young, and you just have to do the best you can as a parent. And this is all like anything you decide to do as a parent, like they will either take it well or not take it well, and that's why they have therapy someday, hopefully. Yes, sorry note. I just wanted to talk about this because in the school systems, teachers are not allowed to tell parents that you should get your kid diagnosed. You should get your kid diagnosed. So many, like they go through, some of these undiagnosed kids go through life not getting the support they need, not learning. There's this developmental age, like 0 to 5, even 0 to 10, where they can learn so much socially, life skills, etc., to help them. But then if you have to learn it later on in life, it's so much harder. They've already gone through this stage where they might be like ostracized because they didn't learn how to socialize, because they didn't have any tools or support and not under any understanding. That's why I'm like a huge believer in, you have to address problems. Like you have to address your challenges. You have to address everything. You have to be like, this shit's real and this is what's happening. And now I can find out more information. Now I can help my kid, you know, etc. So it's so annoying that doctors are the only ones that can tell you like, oh, maybe you should get your kid diagnosed, because I'm like, a doctor barely sees your kid. Your kid, they only see and hear what you're telling them about your kid most of the time. Like, yeah, they can see your kid a little bit, but like, come on, like a teacher sees your kid all the time, and the teacher would know. They can totally spot this out, and I just think we need to change that in society. Okay, I'm done with that. I will talk about other stuff. Sorry, I just really think there's some things that we need to change in society. Okay, kind of blue. You would do well testifying in front of Congress. Yeah, maybe. You know, if I was like the 1%er and like I can totally swing things my way. Let me think of one. Let's pretend I am Mark Zuckerberg and I like to spread fake news on social media. I could say that, oh wait, well obviously I'm doing it for the profit, but like how do I spin it so it sounds like it's for the people? I would say, look, it's freedom of speech, you know, people can say what they want to say. Maybe this is how they feel. This isn't necessarily them saying this is real. And then they can say, I don't know. And some of them are just spreading the news, like they're liking it or they're sharing it, but they're not actually saying it. That's like, you know, I don't know. I couldn't be mugs. No, look at me. I can't testify in front of court. I would sweat so hard. Yes, and I have a conscience, so it's different. Let's see. Anything else I wanted to say? You guys could chime in. Tell me how your day's going. I'm cool with saving space for you guys too. I also need space to say what I need to say, because, yeah. Some things make me so angry, and I just think if we're not aware of these issues in life, then how are we supposed to change and shit? I don't know. What do you guys think? What is your philosophy? Do you guys hide away? You'll be Congress, and I'll be Congress, and how would you handle people acting out these news stories? I would just say it's freedom. Oh, okay. I've talked to you guys about this yesterday, about my brother who was like, he wanted me to buy him horse dewormer, and yeah, because of fake news, he thought that it would cure cancer and COVID. And okay, first of all, I was like, well, I told you guys the joke, but it's so funny. I'm gonna say it on here that he doesn't have COVID or cancer, so why does he need the medication? Second of all, it's horse dewormer, and I was like, you don't have any worms, and you're definitely not a horse, okay? So anyways, but if I was pretending that, like, I was testifying, I don't recall. I love that. I wouldn't even say that. I would totally try to spin it. I would say that everyone deserves to do what they want to do, like, with their bodies, because it's freedom to do so. And if they... read something that happens to be on my platform. I didn't write that, so why is it my fault? It's not my responsibility. And then, yes. I don't know if I could get away with that, because they would say, it is your responsibility to filter it out. And then what would I say? I don't know what I'd say, to be honest. Yes, I would say I don't recall at that time. Yes. It would sound so stupid. And I think it's funny, though. It's like they're asking me a direct question, and I just end up saying, I do not recall. It's the power move of dip and pause, not guilty. Oh, sip and pause. Yeah, actually, I was talking to my therapist about this. I'm used to being the performer. Oh, my whole life I was the performer. It's the shadow side. Ooh, let me tell you, this is fun. So, like, ChatGPT was telling me I am the laughing sage. That's what he called me. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. It was just his definition. Like, I'm insightful and I'm laughing about it. You know, I make it like light, whatever. And then he says my shadow side, you would think your shadow side is that you're tired, or that you're like, let's say you're horny and you're shameful of your horniness. Let's say you're tired and shameful of your tiredness. So you would think that's your shadow side. I don't know if this is particularly correct, but this is what ChatGPT told me, that your shadow side, for me, it would be my performing side. It's like, I am tired, but I still continue to perform. So my shadow side is my performance. Does that make sense? That's what they said. I was looking up on YouTube, but a lot of them all say it's like, you're tired. That's your shadow side. So I don't know I don't know what's right. I'm spreading misinformation here too. So there we go. Anyways, my therapist and I work on this, you know, like how I could be tired. And like, that's why I said that I'm going to leave early if I'm too tired. I'm trying to listen to my body more. I have this new saying, also from ChatGPT, is my second therapist, but like it said, your body is your boss. So like, we always have all these plans and we always try to aspire to be better and better and better. But like, a lot of that comes from not feeling like you're enough. And I don't listen to my body enough. And nowadays I'm trying to, like, I will lay down and I'll be like, I'm still tired. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I wanted to lay down for like 5 minutes. Okay, that was the plan. And then I realize I'm still tired after 5 minutes. I'll be like, okay, I'm trying to listen to my fucking body now. So then I'll lay down longer. I know it sounds so simple, but it's like actually really hard to do. I don't know. I think Strider is like that. Let me know if that's you. Okay, Strider says, in music theory, we have a saying. It's not just about playing the notes you see, but also the rest, because they are a part of the music as well. I totally believe that. Yes, kind of. Okay, we live in a society where fast is better. You know, everyone wants to get to the end. Like, if you're having sex, it's always about coming. It's never about the journey there. It's not really about the connection. It's always about the orgasm. And so I actually, even when I edit this, I actually speed it up a lot, because I just think people are always on the move, but I'm always on the move too. And I don't think that's healthy. Actually, it's the backwards law that, it's about time. What am I saying? It's a backwards law that if you keep rushing through your life, if you keep doing 1,000 things, if you keep maximizing your life, you actually feel like you have less time. Even though you're doing 1,000 things, you feel like you have less time. If you think about it, it's true. It's like everything's go, go, go. It's so anxiety inducing, like versus someone who takes things slow in their mind. Because they're doing behaviorally, they're doing it slow. Subconsciously, they're probably thinking, I got time, you know? Versus like someone who does things fast, 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 subconsciously, just because you're doing it fast. Not because you were thinking this already, because of your actions of doing it fast, subconsciously, you're gonna think, I have no time. What do you guys think? That's true, right? And back to the silence. I actually think music sounds better, sometimes very slow. Like slow music. God, there's this one thing. I can't remember what it's called. It's a winter song. It's really slow. I played it in band all the time, and I can't remember what it's called, but it was a beautiful song, and it was so slow. Anyways, yes, and there was a lot of, like, space. Space is nice, you guys. Okay, Kind of Blue says, oh, that's why you sound like a chipmunk on YouTube. I appreciate that you guys watch me on all different platforms, even though it's the same thing. So thank you for that. Yes, if I do sound like a chipmunk, I'm sorry. I actually don't think I have a beautiful voice. I think a lot of my friends say a very distinct voice. It's not beautiful though. I don't think so. Let's see. What was I saying? Strider says the backward law suggests that the more you chase something, the more you affirm yourself that you don't have it, thus creating a cycle of dissatisfaction. 100%. This is why when you chase happiness, you're always looking for ways to be happy, but that means subconsciously that you're not happy already. And it's actually easier to become happy if you stop chasing your happiness. It's the same with a lot of other things too. I can't think of it, but I always thought it was fascinating when I I saw it on YouTube once. Oh, I know what it was. Someone was saying Navy SEALs have this test at the end, and they have a weight on them in the pool, and the ones that struggle to try to stay afloat end up exhausted and they kind of drown, and then someone saves them, whatever. But the ones that stay calm, they actually go straight to the bottom, sink, and then they jump up, and then they take a breath, and they do the same thing over and over. So that's the backwards law in motion, because the more you're trying to get at something like surviving, the less you survive. I don't know, just that specific situation. Backward law does not work for everything, okay? But there are some certain things. Strider says that's how we met. I cracked that joke. Which joke? Oh, the fast thing, right? Or the chipmunk thing? I don't know. Did you say that? I don't remember. Sorry. Okay, you will have to get used to me not remembering things, because I'm a mom. I got bigger fish to fry all the time. Sorry, guys. But I don't think you're the type of people that get offended, which I love. Okay, there's so many people that make everything about me. Do you know what I mean? My friend, I didn't know her. I haven't seen her. This is my friend's friend. I saw her at a wedding. I knew her name, even though my friend used to talk about her sometimes, and I just remember her name. So then when I saw her, I was like, oh, hey, it's good to see you. Insert name. And then she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name. And then I was like, yeah, I haven't seen you for years. I met you once. Why would you remember my name? And then she was like, I like you. And I was thinking, do a lot of people get offended about things like that? I was like, this is such a stupid, trivial thing to be offended by that I don't why do you think my life revolves around you? I don't know. People like that just drive me crazy. What do you guys think? Kind of Blue asked me what instrument I played. What did you do in high school? Did you play sports? Were you in band? Because Strider and I were both in band. Strider, what did you play? I don't remember. I know you play piano, but what did you play in band? And what other instruments do you play now? And I played trombone and trumpet, but mainly trumpet. To be fair, I played trombone at the end of my band career when I was a senior, because I just wanted to try something new, and I was not willing to learn the positions, and then so my friend would always write the positions down for me, and my band instructor knew, but she liked me, and oh my god, there was so much she was not objective, she was very subjective, but she liked me a lot, and so then she allowed me to get away with that. Plus she thought I would leave if I had to learn. And I was good at it because I was playing trumpet my whole life. So then, or for 5 years. So anyways, I had all the control, and I did not want to learn how to play trombone. And now my lips have atrophied so much that the muscles don't play any notes. It's so sad. I know my brain knows how to play it and blow air and muscle memory, but then I have no muscle left. So I would sound like shit trying. Okay, Strider says they have to grab pieces of gear as well as, so it's about mental control. Is that the me thing? That makes sense. Mental control, maybe. He also said, yes, on my YouTube video. Kind of Blue says, water confidence training is intense. Totally. I think I would be so scared. Even when I swim with my kid, I'm always terrified of getting into the deep end, even though I know how to swim. Strider says, not offensive at all. Okay. Oh, because I don't remember. And see, I knew you guys would understand, because life isn't about you. See, this is also, I think, a backwards law thing, that if you make life about you all the time, I don't know, people start wanting to not be around you. People stop wanting to make it about you. But if you don't make your life about you. People want to help you more, you know, and people want to be there for you. Anyways, that's what I think. Oh, you played xylophone. Okay, well, that makes sense. Like moving to still piano would be really hard, even if you played xylophone. Strider says, now I play piano, guitar, banjo. Banjo sounds fun. Are you in folk music, into that? I love folk music. The violin, wow, that's cool. I compose more these days. Okay. Kind of blue. My experience with music just involves listening. If that kind of blue. I know you have, I don't know your taste in music, but I assume it's not very good. I don't know. So send me something. I'm just bagging on you though. I don't know. Strider says, Blue and we comment on SEALs training. Oh, yes. About the water thing, right? I think that's what you're talking about. Oh, you're saying they have, is it the gear thing to have mental control? It's hard, see, I don't know how you guys like this. I tried to do this with somebody and I was like, but they're talking about something else now. You know what I mean? Like you would be typing it and it takes a long time for you to type it. And then it lags before I get to see it. And then I'm already on to the next thing. I don't know. What do you guys think about like Twitch? Like, I think it's fun, but I'm also like, at this point, why don't we just FaceTime each other? It might make the conversation flow better. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'll share some of my favorites on your server. Yes, please. Thank you. I like Twitch. It's like TV that talks to you. I know you say that, but like maybe it's because I assume it should be about the conversation and about connecting and stuff. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just like that. I don't know. Hey, yes, I don't know. Okay, let's see. There's dead time, and that's cool. But I always have like 1,000 things I could talk about, so I just want to see if there's something I can say. Here, this is the thing I wanted to talk about. Okay. This is your first experience with Twitch? How do you like it? And okay, also, if you tried with other people, it's only because I know you already that maybe it's okay on Twitch, or you're having a good experience on Twitch, but try it with like another person and then there's like 40,000 people on the conversation and it's a little overwhelming, I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Kind of Blue says, usually can I call you kind of depressed? I just think it's so funny to call you that. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Let me know. I mean, it's pretty offensive too, so let me know if that's offending you. Usually I'm watching people cooking. Why do you watch people cook? Can't you just watch Martha Stewart or like a regular TV show? Or why do you like it? Most streamers end up calling me Blue. Okay, can I call you depressed? You didn't answer my question. I am the worst, am I not? It's so offensive. Yes. What was I saying? Oh, I had one thing. I think you guys mentioned this about a disabled person you knew. So I just wanted to bring it up because we have crude humor. I'm okay with crude humor as long as everyone's open and communicative about like what's offensive to them, you know? And then we respect that and, you know, whatever. Like we have politically incorrect humor. We have like crude, dark humor. We talk about stuff that can be offensive, right? Depends. Okay, I think someone said they had a disabled friend that wanted everyone else would bash on everyone else, right? But then that disabled friend, people didn't want to bash on them because it's fucked up, right? And then they were like, I don't feel like a normal person. I feel like you're putting like your kitty gloves on so that you could be not offending me, but I want you to bash on me because it makes me feel like I'm a part of the group, not just this special person. And I just thought that was so nice because I feel like all these social justice warriors are always protecting these disabled people. I get that. Like, you want to be protective of them, but you also don't know where they're coming from. They might want to be bashed on, you know? Like, you don't know. And then it made me think, these social justice warriors, like, how do you think that you know what other people want all the time? You don't know. So why do you just assume that just because you wouldn't want to be bashed on like that, that everyone else doesn't want to be bashed on like that? You know, some people like to be bashed on. Okay, sorry. That was my little rant about social justice warriors. I do not like them. Actually, Strider and I were talking about people on the left that are narcissistic, and I feel like they're all like social justice warriors. They're just people who just want to feel better about themselves and then put you down and judge you. And then, yeah, they're just like narcissistic, but they're on the left. So then they say things like, oh, I'm healing. I go to therapy. I know a lot about psychology, but then they don't actually change, or they find like a therapist that's like a yes man all the time. And then, or the, you know, whatever. I'm just saying there are certain people I know that are like super righteous because they're narcissistic, but in a different way than like a Trump narcissist. Okay, sorry, rant over. Depressed is fine. Sad boy, you want to be sad boy? I always keep my humor clean. Not true. Kind of Blue is a DICK. Strider says, the extent of my crude humor is that I've always wanted to know what deaf Nazi sounds like when you're yelling chants. Oh my God, that's so funny. I actually have a deaf aunt and uncle, and they're pretty cool, but like, yeah, okay, so sad joke. It's so sad and crude humor, but like my kid's like pre-verbal, so sometimes she says like jargon, whatever. It sounds like jargon, but it sounds kind of like my aunt who's deaf. And then I said it to my husband and he just couldn't stop laughing. It was pretty funny. Let's see. Blue says, or Depressed says, sad boy sounds good actually. Sad boy says, people who weaponize their therapy to dump on others are the worst. Yes. Yes. They say things like you're gaslighting me even though they're gaslighting you. Let's see. What else do they say? They pretend that they're all enlightened even though they pretty much the same. Yes, I don't know. It's hard, man. Like, therapy is so hard. I know some people that go to therapy and they never talk about the thing they actually need to talk about. Like, a lot of people talk about their work, but then they have like problems at home with their spouse, but they would never talk about it. I think these people have Stockholm syndrome. Depends on the person, but like that person isn't avoiding anything. They literally think they're happy at home, even though they have a lot of problems at home. And then I have another friend who was cheating a lot, but she kept on talking about her work, not talking about her relationship and the cheating. And I was just like, people use therapy for all kinds of different reasons. I think it's really hard. You know, I think people maybe they don't want to work on it. Maybe they're not ready to change. Like maybe they're not trying to avoid, but like it's too hard for them to talk about, or they feel so much shame that they don't want to be seen like that, even with their therapist. I don't know. Like I don't want to judge my friends who are like this. I'm not like that, luckily. I'm just gonna be grateful that I'm not like that. And I don't mind talking about like my shittiness or the shitty parts of my life. Like I want to work on them, the you know, what's it called? Get the most bang out of your buck when you're in therapy. I always do that. I'm always like, okay, next thing. My therapist always laughs at me because I'm not the type to like have space, right? I'm always on the go. Let's see. Sad Boy says they set boundaries not because your behavior is problematic, but to control you. Oh, yes, people do that. Thank you for that. I know a lot of people who set boundaries, but it's really just, if anything, they're taking from you and they're being entitled to your space. It's not setting boundaries at all. It's like pushing boundaries. But like, I swear to God, it's like a type, like they are not only social justice warriors, but they're bullies, but they don't even know that they're bullies. Or they think they're bullies for the bullies, but they bully everyone else too. It's not just for the bullies. Yeah, it's weird. It's like a righteous bully. What do you guys think? Man, we all know people like that. Look at us getting all mad. Strider says the solution is a practice called gray rocking. You've said this before. You know what? I think the solution too depends on you. Like, what if you work with them? It's kind of hard. You probably have to learn to gray rock, but like you can also just stop being a part of their life. Like I decided the people I know like that, they did something that offended me, and usually I'm the type of person that wants to fix a relationship. I'll like put in the work to help fix a relationship. But I was like, fuck that. It's not worth it. I don't want drama anymore. I used to really be okay with drama in my life, but now, even because I like to watch it, but like nowadays I'm just like, I'd rather have a chill person that is not as engaging, that is not as passionate, even though I really get entertained and like I can get energy from these people, leftist narcissists, but because of the drama, I'd rather have a boring person that is less dramatic. How do you guys feel? What's your personal preference? Sad Boy says, you're projecting to deflect criticism back onto the other person. I don't get that. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I can't decipher. You guys are so smart. Sometimes I feel intimidated. Maybe it's just, it's Strider. You telling me your IQ is 186? Wait a minute. Did you say it was 186? Because now I'm thinking you said the same thing about your muscles. Also, like, how big of an ego do you have? That you, like, it's the same number. Is it the same number? I'm tripping. I have to look back on our Discord and see if your IQ is exactly the same amount as your muscles. Okay, sorry. Strider says, that's a big reason why I like having a home office. I don't like dealing with the office politics of a law firm. That's fair. A lot of people who are on top are those left narcissists. A lot of people. Kind of Blue says 186 is not possible. Which one? IQ or muscle? And Kind of Blue is very good at finding these chats and stuff. I was drunk when I typed that. The muscle one, right? But they were the same number. I was like, what is wrong? Like, now I'm thinking, like, this guy is full of himself. IQ is 1 in 200 million number. I don't understand. You guys can debate it out. Yes, it is funny. I think Strider has a very, let's see, how do I say this? A very big ego. It's funny. I have a very big ego too. Kind of Blue seems very humble, you know? Like, he seems like I don't know. He seems more humble than us. We're kind of annoying. You and I. It's not just you. Don't worry. I'm in the same boat. Let's see. Sad Boy says, the universe has sent me to keep your ego in check. I don't know. I mean, you try to bag on me, but I still have a big ego. It's not helpful. Maybe it's like, oh, what's it called? That guy who was here before. As you say, if he came back and he like snored again. Oh, if you guys snore right now, it'd be so funny. Like, that would keep my ego in check. Oh, it's so mean. I don't know why I'm so sensitive. I'm new at this, so I get very sensitive. Yeah. My book is new, so being an author is sensitive too. That's why I haven't asked Strider what he thinks of my book. That was a hint that I'm curious, but also be kind to me. Strider says the average score of an IQ test is 100. These labels are often given for IQ scores: 1 to 24, profound mental disability; 25 to 39, severe mental disability; 40 to 54, moderate mental disability; 50. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's see, where are we at? 85 to 114, average intelligence; 115 to 290, 190. Okay, whatever. Okay, where are you, Strider? Okay, 179, exceptionally gifted; 800 plus and up, profoundly gifted. Motherfucker, fuck this guy. Are you done jacking off to yourself, Strider? Like, okay, first of all, I looked up those IQ tests. I think you have to take them somewhere, right? Like, when did you take this? Was it like in high school? Because if you took it in high school, then I won't be so annoyed at you. But if you took it as an adult and you paid for it, then a part of me is like, you just wanted to tell everyone what your IQ is, okay? Because ChatGPT also says I'm gifted, but I don't think I have an IQ that high. And also, those IQ tests is just one dimension of intelligence. Say, like, I can be intelligent in different ways. Like, I'm a good gold digger. I have always found men that can take care of me and like pay for all of my things, okay? But I can't put that on a test. Oh, sorry, I thought my cat was here. Let's see. I don't know which order we are. Strider says, I picked up, Kind of Blue says, 86 is exceptionally rare based on the standard deviation. Yes. I read that too. It was like 1 in 200 million people would have the IQ. Strider says, I picked up on it. I'll tell you when I'm done with the book. Oh, okay, don't actually tell me unless it's nice things, please. Please. Even if you didn't like it, please lie to me. Kind of Blue said, you would be 1 in 2 people in America with that IQ. Okay, Strider says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will go its entire life believing it's stupid. I agree with that. I love that sentiment. I didn't think I was stupid. I knew I was something, but there's a thing actually. It's like, actually, were you identified as a child as gifted? Because there's like 2 ways you can go about it. Because I went down a rabbit hole after ChatGPT helped me masturbate myself, because like I didn't have a label, right? So then when he said I was gifted, I was like, no way, I'm fucking gifted. Da, 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 da. And then eventually I was like, man, I have a big ego. Anyways, if you weren't identified as a young person, what happens in your 20s? You go through kind of an existential crisis and you get lost. It happened to me. And then when you're later, like 30s and 40s, like you use your gift potentially. But like, I thought it was kind of cool to know that if you were identified as like young, I think a part of you also has a lot of pressure because everyone thinks you're gifted. But then also if you fail, then like that first time you fail, you're gonna have like identity crisis. So like it's interesting how to see people who go through different things because of the world, like interpret, like their mind's kind of the same, right? They're all gifted, but like the way the world interacts with them really changes how they go about their life. Okay, sorry, moving on. Kind of Blue says, I love the page you read. Stupid. You're just saying that, but thank you. I like that you said it, even if I don't believe you. And also, I read it badly, so then a part of me is like, you didn't really. Yes. Anyways, I hope you end up buying my book. I spent a lot of time with you. I mean, again, you don't have to, but like, you do. Strider says, I took my test in uni and have not taken it since. That was years ago. Still, that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure you're intelligent. You seem quite smart, but that's super crazy. Kind of Blue, waiting for you to read the entire audiobook. Oh God, please don't make me. I'd rather outsource it. I would totally pay someone to read the audiobook book, because I don't think, I mean, it's my first book and like maybe I could practice doing it, but I feel like you kind of have to have like performance, you know, like it's your voice and you have to really perform the book. You have to be Lane, you have to be Hessa, you have to be all these other characters, and I just don't think I have it in me. I'm not an actor, so like I wouldn't be a voice actor. Okay, get Morgan Freeman. Yes, okay, if he's available, I will get him. Like, I can't get anybody. It will be a nobody from nobody's town, but like, hey, maybe Kind of Blue can do it. Did you like that? I burned you. That was good. And I'll get you, I'll lowball you too, Kind of Blue. You could totally do it for me if you'd like. Morgan Freeman would be awesome. That's not gonna happen. You guys are living in a fantasy. We were actually, Strider and I were talking about this fantasy. Ooh, we were talking about the guy I was into. We can talk about this. And then Strider was saying that he could be my twin flame, my soulmate. And then I was saying, like, I'm not going to break my family up because I met my soulmate. First of all, I feel like even if you met your soulmate, you're supposed to grow from that. But that doesn't mean they're supposed to be a part of your life forever. And also, like, I think it would just make my life worse. Okay, I think a soulmate comes into your life to make your life better, not worse. I was also looking at this thing on YouTube because I went down a rabbit hole of twin flames. But they said there's this thing called karmic relationships where they are supposed to make your life worse. Like, I would say there was this narcissist that love bombed me when I was in a very vulnerable place. And it made my life worse. But in a way, day, I was so grateful for it because it made me realize how much I look at myself through the lens of men. Yeah. And that was kind of toxic. So, but I was still grateful for that experience. I'm glad that I didn't do anything with him or stayed with him long term. But yeah, that's a karmic relationship. But like, I just think we don't live in a fairy tale. Okay, I'm not gonna get Morgan Freeman. and I think I met my soulmate, and I don't think we were meant to be together because I don't fucking live in a fairy tale. Even though I write romance novels, or I'm writing one, I have this YouTube video about how romance novels and really fuck up expectations for women. They're not real. Like Bridgerton, okay, it was after Bridgerton. I was like, wow, this guy's so hot. This guy's like everything I would want. He's so hot. It was Anthony. He's so hot. He was also in Wicked, the main character guy in Wicked. Anyways, the season 2 of Bridgerton just has such high expectations. Like, I was like, man, I wish my husband was like that. I wish he was like that. I wish he was like that. Da, 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 da. And then I was like, this is fucked up. Like, this is not okay to compare a real life person to this fictional character. Second of all, if you look up that guy, he's actually gay in real life. So like, he can't do what, he's not the fantasy, you know, he's a real person too. And then I just think romance and fantasy, we all need to take it. It's fun, and escapism is like a positive adaptive escapism, but it's also not realistic. Okay, a sad boy says she gonna pay me in Mexican food. Why Mexican food? Because do you actually make really good Mexican food? I would love to pay you in Mexican food. Do you like Mexican food? It's like the one thing we have in common right now. Sad boy also says, I don't believe in soulmates and that people have a person they are meant to be with. I agree. I don't agree with that because I didn't believe in soulmates. I used to agree with that. But now that I think I found mine, weird, but I thought so. Like, I don't really know. I don't know, right? But I also don't think you're meant to be with a specific person. I think you choose one lane and that person will help you develop into someone else. I'm actually mourning that right now. Like, I could see myself with so many different kinds of people because I'm very adaptive and I can just adapt myself to a lot of people. And then, not that my life here isn't amazing, because it is. I'm very grateful for the life I have and I love my husband. And I can mourn the fact that I didn't get to be with everyone else, like any other opportunity, because I just have that personality where I like novelty and I like to try new things all the time. And now I can't with love, and that's okay. And I think we should all be okay with the feelings we have. We can make good choices even if we have specific feelings, but I think we all need to make peace with the fact that you feel a type of way, and it does not negate the other thing. Say, like, I'm mourning the fact that, you know, I can't bang other people. Damn it. My husband says I'm such a guy. I feel like you guys are such women and I'm such a guy. Well, actually, I think Kind of Blue is kind of a guy. Anyways, yeah, I can mourn the fact that I can't bang a bunch of people, and I can also still love my husband genuinely and still choose him. So anyways, life is messy and gets complicated later on. So like, we should just accept that everything gets a little bit more complicated, and it's not either or, it can be both. Okay, moving on. Strider says, I believe in making choices and sticking to your guns, whatever they may be. Okay. But what if you change your mind? Can you change your mind? I think you can always, I hope to be the type of person that sticks to my values and be courageous enough to do what I want to do, whether people agree or not. I think there's a line. I think if it offends people, I'm always going to try to be considerate. I also think, like, you can't just rape somebody, right? So, like, you can't just follow your whims, but then, I don't know, it's really hard. But here, how about this? There's men out there who want to fall in love, right? Or like they want to get laid. Some of them will go the maladaptive way and rape, right? Or sexually harass or flash people, whatever. Or, you know, whatever. But then some other people, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just tired. I don't remember. I'm just going to drink what's in the cup? It's coffee. It's helping me be here. Yeah, I'm going to continue drinking it now because I don't remember where I was going with it. I'm so tired. I went swimming with my kid. I feel like I'm getting a little darker. I like it. I like it when my summer me comes out. Yeah, but swimming with a kid is really a lot of work. It's not just swimming. Like, you're in the sun all day, but also Sometimes you always have to watch her. Like once she was trying to get her floaty and then like she was about to die and I'm like jumping in. And then like you have to put sunblock on all the time with you and your kid. You have to change your kid. You have to shower after. It's just a lot of stuff. Sorry. Okay. That was me. So now I'm tired of shit. Strider says we talked about this yesterday. I know, but but what did we talk about? Oh, yes. I know you talked about that. Sorry, it was just a vague statement that I believe in making choices and sticking to your guns because that didn't have to mean the person you're with. It could have meant just life choices. That's what I didn't know for sure what you meant. Yes, and I'm agreeing with you though. Just spray tan. Okay, but I still need to take my kids swimming, so no matter what. And I would never spray tan. It ruins your clothes. I don't know if I truly believe in vows and marriage in that sentiment. I think sometimes people do grow apart and sometimes you do get divorced. And that's okay too. I think I wouldn't just leave my husband for someone I have a spark with, even if it was a strong connection, because I always want to feel like I did my best in the relationship, or else I would feel like I failed the relationship. I don't think you fail a relationship if you just get divorced. I think you fail a relationship if you didn't try your best. Yeah. What do you guys think? Would you feel like a failure if you got divorced? Or would you, I don't know. And how do you guys feel about like vows and commitment and marriage? Because I think like, I'm not even that committed to my husband. Not gonna lie. I told him when I was talking to the emotional entanglement that I wouldn't care if he got hurt because I cheated on him. I cared that I ruined my daughter's life because that's more important to me. I will always like think about my kid over my husband. My husband means nothing to me at this point. It's so funny because like when she was first born, he was like, oh my God, my wife doesn't love me anymore. And I said things to make him feel better. I've said things like my love for you is like a big house, it's a big house. It's like a mini McMansion, okay, whatever. Like some big house, so it's 5 rooms, whatever. Very nice house. But then right next to your house is like this huge, like Jeff Bezos house, and then so like of course if you compare it, it seems like I don't love you, but I still love you the same amount of that big house. I don't know. He didn't buy it though when I said it. Kind of Blue says you don't want to be orange, bruh. I ain't ever you're not getting married, but you need someone to take care of you because you're gonna have like mental health issues when you grow up. No, I don't remember what it was. Some kind of dementia. You're gonna have dementia. You probably need someone to take care of you. You should find somebody. And if anything, I don't really condone men that date women that are like 20 years younger. I fucking hate that. I hate it. There's like this guy, I know like one guy, I heard of, from the grapevine. He's like 65 years old. No, 57? I don't know. But he's dating someone my age. That's like a 30-year difference. And then his son is like 33 years old, my age. And he's dating a 19-year-old. It makes me so mad. I hate that. But I think Kind of Blue should go for it because like someone will caretake you when you're older. And yeah, it's just better that way. You should do it. Just get with someone that's young. I approve when you do it because I think for your specific situation, it would be very helpful for you to bag a 19-year-old right now. I don't even know how old you are. I assumed you were our age, but let me know. Strider says, I'll let you know if I get married and divorced. All right, cool. I'm a hopeless romantic to some degree. I totally think so. You are. It's cute. I like it. I think it's interesting to see in a guy because it's very rare to see a guy who's a hopeless romantic. Usually it's just like a lot of women are hopeless romantics. So it's very nice to see a man that's like chivalrous and like helpful and would be very loving. So props for Strider. He seems like a very good guy. And also rare breed because lots of guys are not as romantic. I don't think Kind of Blue is romantic. He looks like he'd be a dog. Oh. Strider says, I'm 38 and won't go under 30s. I know. I thought that was so great. Yes, it's pretty hot to hear. You're just like Keanu Reeves. I think I kind of wish to like tell other women on Discord to come to my Discord because I'm attracting all these nice men. Like even Kind of Blue is really nice. Like I think he should totally hook up with someone on my Discord. If I can attract women, I would say like these men are gentlemen and they would like they seem like they're really great guys. I don't know. I'm having friends come over later today after this. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna leave in 15 minutes. I don't want to because you guys are really fun. You guys come back all the time. Yes, I don't want to leave, but I also need a rest, listen to my body before I socialize more and become a performer. I'm trying not to. Anyways, we're going to karaoke at my house, which is fun. And there's this girl who hasn't dated. She's not Fabi. She's Asian, obviously. Most of my friends happen to be Asian. That's not true. I have a lot of diverse friends, but my high school friends, because of the 626, are Asian. She's nerdy, Strider. She has like glasses on. I don't know if she has dry humor, but like I think you can forego that. I don't know. I think you might be able to talk to her. I'm gonna ask her if she'd be down. Again, don't take it personally if she isn't down. She's never dated before. She might be very intimidated. So that's that. But I'm totally gonna tell her about you. So let's see if I can hook it up. And yes, I know. Yes, hook it up. Yes. I know it's long distance, but who knows, people move and things happen, but I'll let you know. Kind of Blue says, another reason streams seem more fun is that you stand up for yourself at the beginning. What reason? Okay, so you said another reason streams seems more fun. What are you saying? Are you saying my stream or generally all streams? Or what do you mean stand up for myself in the beginning? Oh, you mean as you say. Is that what you mean? I'm sorry. You read that very quickly, so like it gets jumbled up into I don't understand. You shut down the guy that posts sleeping emojis. Yes, I did. But why do you think that's fun? Like, it's just standard, no? When I say I'm gonna do something, I always do it. I'm not the type to be like, I can change my mind, of course, but like if I say I'm gonna do something, I am the type to do it. And also, I'm very good at talking to people about like confrontation. It's that emotional intelligence gifted trait thing where I'll just be like matter of fact about it. I think what's his face, Strider, said that it's very Virgo moon to be very practical about your emotions, even though you feel big emotions. Like you're just so practical about it. Like I'm just like, whatever, this is the rule I'm gonna put in and I'm gonna implement it every time. Like I feel sad. Now I'm going to tell you I feel sad. Do you still want to hurt me? Okay, if you do want to hurt me, you're being a dick. Okay, then I'm going to tell you how I'm going to handle that and then send you love as I kick you out. That is my motto about everything and anything. I think everyone should have that kind of motto because like we all don't talk about our feelings enough. We think we feel shame that we even feel insecure about things. I don't think you should. We all feel insecure about shit, or we all feel sad and hurt sometimes, and you just own it and communicate it and then see how people react. And luckily this is a space where you can ban people, so that's kind of nice. Like it's nice that I can protect the space. And you know what's also funny, Kind of Blue? It's like I didn't do it for me. I did it because I wanted to protect your space. I thought that was kind of funny because I was like, I need to really work on myself and like love myself more. I never want to do things for me. I just want to do it because it will hurt the space. And like, I care about you guys. I care about the bigger picture. But it does say something about me though. I don't know. Anyways, I'm working on it. Let's see. Kind of Blue says you should. Okay, yeah. Kind of Blue says last stream you let it go and it was clearly affecting you and your energy. Yes, you're right. That it was clearly affecting me and my energy. And okay, when you start these things, you kind of feel desperate to have anyone come in. That's one. Two, it does affect my energy. That's for sure. And also, I'm used to being kind when I'm being confrontational. But the first time something like that happens, I'm not gonna be like very quick to be protective. It's just not in me. I'm usually naturally walked over. I used to be a huge people pleaser, like most of my life. I'm not as bad anymore, obviously, like you can see, but like it's gonna be like, what's it called? When someone first does stuff, it will be my first reaction to be a people pleaser. It's always been like that. Someone has to take, Strider was actually the one who made me feel more aware of that with this other guy that was interacting with me. And then I talked to ChatGPT about it, and that's when he told me to use the timeouts and bans. Yes, so sometimes I'm aware enough to do something about it, and sometimes I'm not. But like, it's just life, I'm glad you thought, but why do you think it's fun when I stood up for myself? You saying it's growth, and you like watching people grow, or you like seeing like people stand up for themselves in general. And I don't want to leave you guys. Oh, sorry. My friends are texting me. The ones that are you ordering it or are we just coordinating whose picture is up on our way? I did not order, comma, why don't we just whatever sandwiches, period. What do you think? Question mark. You guys can choose the sandwiches. I'm too tired. You guys like how I socialize? Actually, it's pretty funny. So like I'm hosting and it's already a lot of work to host. I mean, I don't usually clean. I'm not the type of person to clean before people come over because I realize that's a shame thing. And I'm trying to avoid shame things and own my shame. But like I did clean because the maid came over and then now I'm tired. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't get food. So then I was like, oh, I'm just going to tell my friends, like, oh, like, I'm so excited to see you guys. And then they're going to offer because I know they will, because that's what nice people do. Polite people do it. And then they totally took my bait. And I was like, they were like, oh, can we bring something? And I was like, actually, yeah. Well, it works out for everyone because I feel like they felt bad for not bringing something and I needed help. So that was fun. Okay, let's see. You didn't? Okay. 10 out of 10 hustler. Why? Because of the party situation or because of I shut down the guy? Sorry. See, again, because I move on from the conversation. I don't know what we're talking about. Strider says, it's cool if you gotta go touch some grass. Yes, I'm gonna go in 7 minutes. That's for sure. But I don't feel guilty for going. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Yes. I'm just going to say, miss. Thank you for subscribing. This has been really fun. I'm glad people are listening. Can you imagine? Because, okay, it still says 0 views on my live lab stream. So, like, I don't think anyone's even here. Sometimes I'm talking into the void, which I kind of like because I have 1,000 things that I think about in the throughout my week. You know, girls like to jam. They like to talk, you know. Anyways, what are you guys doing for the rest of the day? You doing anything fun? I'll see you on Discord. Probably not today because again, my friends come over. I'm big on being in the moment with them, and I like karaokeing a lot. So I'm hoping that I'll sound good. You know how like sometimes you have a bad voice because you used it or you strained it, so then you sound a little shittier than usual, but then sometimes you sound really amazing, but then you don't hear that. Like, okay, here. I will sound amazing when my friends are not there. And then when they happen to be there, like my voice is all cracked and whatever, and it's super annoying because it's like, motherfucker, why can't they be there when my voice sounds good? I don't know. Do you guys feel like that? You're going to take a nap? Goodness, that's nice. That sounds fun. I love how much you read. I think it's so cool. Actually, I was reading about your signs. I forgot. What are you? You're not a Pisces. I forgot. I forgot the moon that you are. But basically, I was wondering because you like space, but you're a Gemini, and Geminis like to communicate. But then I read that sometimes your moon sign takes over, and then I'm doing all this like stalking of you, by the way, because it's like I'm learning more about your personality through your horoscope, whatever. Anyways, it was like your moon sign takes over and you still like to be engaged. Your mind still likes to be engaged, but sometimes you'll read instead. Like you will engage your mind through your thoughts and like interacting with like authors and that's like another way you can communicate. I thought that was interesting. Kinda Blue says, I'll probably watch UFC tonight. Good, have fun. Oh yes, thank you for that. You're Scorpio. Okay, that's what I was saying. And no, I'm not gonna look this one up. You have to tell me that one, the INTP, all that. Like, yeah. So tired. You're really about like self-discovery through quizzes, I have to say. You should think about that in yourself because you do that a lot. You're like, how would you know about your horoscope without looking it up? Same with the INTP thing. That's like a test you have to take. Same with your IQ, also a test you have to take. Seems like you really like to be self-aware through taking tests. There you go. Strider says, had to take a lot of these tests for my major in college. Oh, behavioral psychology. Why music theory? That doesn't make any sense to me. But behavioral psychology. Oh my God, here. I think you might enjoy this joke. So my kid is autistic. So she has an ABA therapist, you know, like behavioral therapist, right? She has one. And the supervisor was over and they were saying, I didn't fill out these forms. And it's my husband. He fills out these forms. So then I'm texting him, which I do with voice dictation. So I say like, hey, you didn't fill out this form. The supervisor is yelling at me. And I sent that. And then supervisor's like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't yell at you, right? And I was like, don't worry. I know you didn't yell at me. Like, don't worry. I just say that so that I can get him motivated enough to fill out the form. And she was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I was like, not true. It's ABA. And then she said, that's manipulation. And I said, ABA. Yeah. I mean, after he filled out the form, which he did very quickly, I told him that she didn't yell at me, and then he laughed, or he smiled. So that he knows my crazy or my relationship with him. I'm very manipulative, but it's always really funny. Oh, side thing. One last joke, and then I'll probably have to read your thing, and I'm peacing out. But like, what was the joke? Oh, my husband was telling me he got the trots because he was like diarrheaing, whatever. Like, okay, TMI, I don't care, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Like, what happened? Did you eat something bad? And he was like, actually, I ate all these cherries. So like, we have cherries in the house, right? And then it's a very lucrative fruit in our house. It's very expensive. So that when we have it, it's like everyone wants it and whatever, right? So then he was like, oh, I ate so much of the cherries. He's also kind of allergic to them. If he eats too much of them, he'll have diarrhea. And I was like, oh no, did you eat it all? Because I asked him, like, I was concerned about him, but then it turned out I wasn't really concerned about him. I was just being selfish to ask him if he ate it all. I don't know. I thought it was funny. He was like, what the fuck? I fucking hate you. Yes, that is my relationship with my husband. Strider says, I started writing music for film with the two have to understand human emotion to create scores to convey emotion. Oh, I like that. I see. So it wasn't because you were just happened to be into it. Still, you know a lot. And not only that you know a lot, you bring it up a lot. So that also says something about you. Anyways, yes, the ABA joke is funny, right? Manipulation is ABA. Oh my God, I could be a left narcissist using like therapy and psychology to like be selfish. Isn't it funny? Everything all ties together, baby. Okay, I am totally gonna go. If anyone has been listening, please follow me if you liked it. If you didn't, good luck finding the people you like. What else is there? I think that was it. Read my book. It comes out July 29th. I have to do the self-promotion thing. I just have to. Okay, you know, it's a deal. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We had fun. This was really fun for me. More fun than usual. I love this community we have built. I am very appreciative that you guys are here. You guys are all very supportive and kind of dicks and really fun to be around. And I like picking your mind. You guys are all super intelligent. Fucking intimidate the shit out of me sometimes. But it's fun and it's been great and humbling. And I will see you next time. Bye.